It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Jets. A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Right to the air is Rodgers. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball?
And now off to the races down the right side.
He may go. Garrett Wilson.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jets need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Commanders 0. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard
1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their own 17-yard line. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone, and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Fighting his way through contact. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First and 10, it's Hall. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down at the 31.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Second down to run with Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Jets at 10-4 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running left, it's Hall. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Hall. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
To throw is Rodgers. And incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Get 300. Get, hey, check 26. Jump out. Hey, 88.
Rodgers now to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. And Howell will throw it. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Powell. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know we can't do a mind map and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Powell now to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line.
1st down.
Now Howell. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the 1st half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Bronco switch.
Handoff running left is Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Howell's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Commanders.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go, set. Roll, roll, roll.
Gibson. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2-yard line.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one.
And this time he is in. Antonio Gibson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hall again. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Throwing is Rodgers. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of cap.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
26. Back one.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Take 30.
Rodgers again now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
By the Commanders. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. One last shot before the break. Howell. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Nwangu now for his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now they go play action with Howell. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Rodgers now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Go to 50.
Oh, want to give up the middle. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Oh, that was the thing, the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 5. Again. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
28. Commanders 7. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Howell out of the shotgun. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Howell going to go for it. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, 88. Inside.
Now Rodgers. It's complete. Burks. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll run with ball. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go, get off the field.
One more time with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets are able to widen their advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
All again on 2nd down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That pass taken in by Burks. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A gain of 9
Second
yards.
catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
No.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Over.
They'll try to run with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Toss left side for Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd
Now
and
he'll
5
look to throw it.
at the 6-yard line.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Howell's pass.
Curtis Samuel from 6 yards
Touchdown,
away.
Washington.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, 26 yards. And the Jets extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Commanders 14. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
19, Tiger, 19.
On the draw, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play.
Faking the handoff. Howell. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Ball again on second down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Hey, take 26. 26.
Let's go. Get it now. Let's be patient.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Nwangu on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things in this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
1st down, Washington.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Howell. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Gibson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Howell throwing for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Jets 49, Commanders 20.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. Oh, and I think Washington got it. Yes, they did. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. And now here is another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the...
And they are going to score again. touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110